Welcome to Unpopular Opinions. I'm Dave Temple. Beside me are my two co-hosts, Conrad Raw, Cisco Alderando.
Conrad has a circulation of my 85-year-old grandfather.
That's how any young kid ended up fighting a grown man.
You're going to catch a $150 from Mulaney.
From Mulaney? You think Mulaney $150? What the fuck is with women? They want those two things. They want your emotions and they want to stick stuff in your butthole.
Like, I didn't cry for like 25 years.
Oh shit, I broke my dick.
You can't walk more than 100 yards in Tim's. So you could do a Black Lives Matter stroll.
That's worse than the fat guy giving you running advice.
Yeah, I didn't know about Dominicans. I got to Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm not cool with that one, guys. I'm not fucking with y'all on that one. I want to know about the grip thing here. Is this left or right? How you do?
Call the hotline, 267-225-0334. Leave a message on there.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Unpopular Opinions. I am your host, Dave Temple, the well-spoken black man with a chip on his shoulder because I saw some shit, people. And here's my co-host. Introduce yourself.
Conrad Roth, Slade. No. How am I supposed to introduce myself?
However, you know what I mean? How do you see yourself? I always call you, I like to refer to you as the white privileged genius who could change the world if your opinion was coming from anybody but you. But I want to make sure you like that.
Yeah, I'm okay. I don't even know what that means.
What it mean? What it means? Dude, you know shit. You and I, we've talked. We figured out a lot of things that could fix the world, right? we know we have the answer to everybody's fucking problems right here. Between me and you, we can solve all of the problems, but no one's going to listen to us. You know why? Because we're tall, we're good looking, we're successful.
Right. Well, no, I don't think anybody's going to listen to you anyway.
Me?
Like, no, anybody. People don't. I don't think I've ever changed anybody's mind, and I just don't care anymore. I used to be like, why won't you listen to the things that I have to say? They're important and they're meaningful. And they're like, yeah, because I was like, okay, fine. I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, which is fascinating. I just did another podcast where I was explaining that about how I allow like whatever to happen, like with my kids. My daughter's birthday is next week, and her parties, they just get more and more extravagant every year. And like, dude, I thought you were an alpha. I thought you ran your house. And I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I can't keep this fight up anymore.
Yeah, you just got to let people do what they do. I remember the last time I stopped trying to convince people was when somebody came to me for advice on how to lose weight, and I gave them very reasonable. Like I realized they ate Burger King before they went to sleep.
Yeah.
And I didn't even say, you need to get a new regimen, you need to exercise, you need to here's a list, do all these workouts. I said, let's start with this. Just don't eat Burger King before you go to sleep, like right before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
They couldn't do it. So I said, okay.
Good.
I
did that with someone too. I had someone that was like, how do you energize and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, get up at the same time every day for 7 days, make up your bed and watch one of these videos every day. And then talk to me day 8.
Right.
That's it. Like if you can't do that, we don't need to talk about anything. Like if you can't get up the same time every day and make up your bed, we have nothing to talk about.
Right. And that's extremely hard and people can't do it. So I just do what I do. I say what I say. If people want to do it, great. If they don't, fantastic.
That's like if you see someone dancing in Times Square and they're flipping around on their head and they be like, yo, how do I do that? And he's like, all right, give me 200 push-ups right now. And you go, I can't do 200 push-ups. He goes, okay, well, we're done.
Right.
That's the start. That's the start of 200 push-ups a day. If you can't give me 200 or at least show that you're going to fight to try to get 200, guess what? You'll never be flipping on your head, man.
Nope.
And I don't know. That's so weird. We live in a world now. People could be like, he was punching down. What do you mean? He didn't support my dreams. It's like, he told you 200 push-ups. That's impossible. Well, you don't want it.
I also, it's funny how we have like great people or, say supermodels are create unrealistic body images. Yeah. It's like, we're supposed to have something of value to look up to try to be like, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, this person's great, for whatever perchance, biologically, whatever. It's whatever, perchance, by luck or whatever it is, they are this. And they're like, well, you can't be that. That's not realistic. It's like, yeah, I know. That's why they're the top.
Yeah.
That's why it's like if you say supermodels create unrealistic body images. Like, yeah, exactly.
She's worked really hard to not eat Burger King every day.
Right.
That is her skill. That's the weird thing that people do not understand. Like, oh, she just stands there and look pretty. Well, you do it.
Right.
You do it. Get down to a size 1 or a size 0. That's the starting block. And it's just so that, because we don't need everybody trying to be a model.
Right.
We have to make this as hard as possible so that the other people can go do something great. There's something else
not
great
everybody's
for you to do.
supposed to be a model.
Yeah.
And they're not called mediocre models either.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. There's only super. There's no mediocre. There's not even a low end category. There's no low end model. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if there is, I mean, great.
Low end model is like what you say for a phone or a car or something like that. This is one of the low end models. All right. So speaking of phones and cars, man, here's a unpopular opinion that I want to put on the chopping block, man. Boat in the yard, probably trashier than a car in the yard. What do you think?
Yeah, and where are you seeing these people? Like in the South?
No. I saw this in New York. I took an Uber to JFK Airport. There are some houses in Brooklyn that have just had like big gaudy Italian houses with like the marble in the spotlight, boat right there in the yard because they don't want to pay docking fees and shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Then I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, the boat is supposed to be some classy shit, man.
Right.
Like, so, and it's weird because you ever see like a boat parked and it just kind of falls to the side? It just falls to the side. It looks pathetic. So it's like, you got a mansion with a boat on a kickstand next to your crib.
Right.
Fucked up the whole market value of the cul-de-sac as far as I'm concerned.
And it's even worse when it has like rust stains and watermarks on it. And it's like, it looks like a coffee filter, old coffee filter.
That's why we pay for that. Like you're supposed to be able to afford docking fees so that we don't have to look at this shit.
It's funny. It's like, because it's like, how much money are you saving on the docking fees? Like, what is it? Maybe like... Right, so it's like,
but that lets you know they're trash. They can't really afford to do this.
Right.
I saw it once in South Philly. Someone parked a boat where a house used to be. So there was a house gone in a row home, and it's just that empty lot. Somehow, I don't know how you even do the measurements to go. I think I can get a boat in here. Like,
I think it goes higher than this. If you know what non-trashy people do?
What's that?
They don't cut corners. And I guess that's a double negative.
Non-trashy people don't cut corners. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So it's like you're cutting corners by having, no, I'm not going to have a docking fee. I'm going to put this in my yard.
Yeah, and it's almost like considered being bougie. Like if you're not cutting corners, you're bougie, right?
Right.
Even though you're just holding up the standard.
Right.
Which is weird because that's also where rejection comes from too. Like if you don't meet the requirement to get in, like let's say a country club, hey, you don't meet the requirement, you can't get in.
Right.
And they go like, oh, like, no, we're not cutting corners for anybody. This isn't personal. We just don't cut corners.
Yeah, unless it's like race or ethnicity or something like that.
We don't cut corners, Conrad.
Yeah, I mean, I just, if you want, I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever experienced discrimination on your part? Have you ever been excluded for something for being non-black? Been excluded for something for being non-Asian or anything? Like, have you ever been denied pick-up basketball? Have you ever been picked over on the court or anything like that? Does your tallness still get you in there?
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. That's a funny question. I bet you, I mean, maybe, but I don't think I faced discrimination in any way. Isn't that a hilarious thing to say?
Yeah. But
I don't even know what that's like.
Because you're not aware of it, yeah.
Or maybe they do.
I'd like to think but you got discriminated in comedy clubs, right? Like.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I don't.
That didn't affect you.
I don't care. If they're like, if you know how I get discriminated against, is if I don't have a positive attitude, and I don't smile, and I don't like if I don't want to say hello to somebody, I don't.
Yeah.
So I don't follow the social. Social mixing rules. Like if I just don't want to say hello to somebody, if I don't want to shake somebody's hand,
right,
I just won't do it. But so that's a discrimination on my bad attitude. But I get it. Yeah, whatever.
Why are you like that? Depressed? Anything going on or what?
I mean, maybe, but I just don't. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing stuff, so I'm not going to do it. I have a few bare minimum things that I have to do to be a functioning member of society. I do those, and the rest I don't care about.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Unpopular opinion. Talk to me about it. If you're depressed could be just a weak shower head.
Yes. If you're depressed, there's probably many contributing factors. But step one, like, you know how you're like, well, wake up at the same time every day and make your bed?
Yeah.
Step one, check your shower head.
And if it's not enough pressure.
If it's not enough pressure, if it feels like you're getting peed on by 7 hamsters, your shower head is too weak.
Or you just need to put some of that CLR shit on there and open it the fuck up, dude.
Sometimes that don't matter. Sometimes the shower head is so weak. Because it's like drinking weak coffee every day. You know what I mean? Like, it's like so I took a shower and it was a weak shower head the other day, and I was like, man, I just don't feel right, and my day started off worse because it was a bad shower.
So is that why showers like at hotels is almost like pressure washers and shit?
Yeah, that's a little too much, but it's better than weak. It's better than a weak shower head.
Hot shower, cold shower, what are you doing? Cold showers break the fuck up.
I do hot showers in the morning.
Yeah.
Some people do hot shower at night. I don't, whatever. I like coffee, shower, and that's the energy I need to be not discriminated against in this society.
All right, I'm gonna have to look into that and see, because I've had like the weak shower thing. I just saw shower heads at IKEA this past weekend. Let me ask you this too: you and the lady, have you been to IKEA yet?
No.
No? Ooh. I think I have a theory, because I went to IKEA this weekend and I was watching the people in there. IKEA, and I know this is going to make you uncomfortable because it gets sexual. IKEA is for, like, people who nut in their women. Like, you can't go to IKEA if you're not coming inside the girl. Real right. Like, you can look at IKEA and go like, oh, yeah, he's only here because she lets him come inside of her.
Okay, explain that. It's hilarious.
Like, you gotta watch the way people walk around IKEA, man. It's like this, because the guys, they're not pissed yet. Like if it's a dude and a chick, and there's like any kind of willingness that he's there, because IKEA's not for dudes. It's not for dudes at all. You know what I mean? And I was there because I had came inside my chick the night before, so I was like, yeah, whatever. We can go to IKEA. Like, I'm cool.
Okay, so it's like a happiness type thing. Like, you need to feel certain needs for you to go to IKEA.
You are so relaxed.
Gotcha.
Because it's a proper orgasm. I don't know if this is something else. Like a proper orgasm, no interruption. Pulling out, too much of an interruption. So, boom, you get a proper orgasm, you're down to go to IKEA. Like, your girl can literally suggest after a proper orgasm, you don't even want to buy shit. Yeah, okay, whatever, we'll walk around. You know what I mean? You're happy.
Yeah, combine a proper orgasm with a strong shower head and you're unstoppable.
Right, yeah.
I don't even like walking into stores anymore.
Yeah, it's not for men. Like, I'm bad.
Any store, like, I know my size and everything, shoes, suits, everything. I know food, whatever. I just don't walk into stores anymore. Everything is just like, if I need to buy it, I'm like, on the toilet or I'm out wherever. It's like, oh, I need that thing. I'm not going to just go out of my way to go to a store. I just buy it right there on the phone.
That's fucked up, man. Because small businesses are going to close as a result of that shit. But whatever. They did it to whoever. So, we'll
I think there's small stores on Amazon, though.
What, small stores like what, Circuit City? People like that who failed and then
they have their own little platform in there or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I listen, I don't know. We all have obstacles in our life, Dave.
Yeah.
And I don't know what other people's are. You just got to do what you do. And if it's, I don't got the answers for that.
Anybody who says they have the answers, I don't trust. Last unpopular opinion before we get to a guest. You know who else I don't trust?
Who?
I don't trust people whose bestie is the opposite sex. Like, I don't trust people who say bestie to begin with, but like if you're best friends with the opposite sex, that's a little bit strange, man. You know what I mean?
It is. Now, opposite sexuality?
No.
Like if it's a gay guy with a straight woman, is there leniency?
Ooh, okay. Shit. You might have caught me in an aspect that I didn't think it all the way out. But I don't think I think about them that much to begin with. Like, it sounds bad. I really don't think about what gay people are doing. That's how you know I don't hate gay people. I do not think about what gay people are doing when they're not right in front of me. Like, there's no other equal treatment other than, like, hey, he's gay, he's off my radar. So I have no idea where gay people go when they're not right here in my line of sight.
Yeah, so being being very self-involved is the opposite of any type of
I could see two figures sashaying down the street in Hell's Kitchen. I see them both as women. I you know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, that might be a dude. It's not my business. You know what I mean? Like, even if a girl walks up to me and talks to me and introduces her gay best friend, guess what? I forgot who he was. As soon as you say his name, I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm Roberto. Yeah, okay, whatever. Because I need a firm handshake. You know what I mean? For me to even register you, you know what I mean? Like, I need a firm grip or whatever the case might be. And without that, you're...
But we talked about that in terms of black guys. Firm handshake to see what you said before, to see where your strength is, what you're working with. How much can I trust you if something comes up?
Correct. As a black man, when I walk into the room, you know how like Terminator would see shit and he's registering things? This is what I register as a black man when I walk in. Who's a threat? Who can I fuck? That's it.
Interesting.
And it's not even necessarily that I'm trying to fuck anybody or trying to fight anybody, but those are the two things that I need to classify everybody into. So if it's a gay dude that's not coming across as ultra masculine, to me, he's not a threat and he's not a potential fuck. So, bye-bye.
Yeah, you know what that's like? It's like when you go into hardware stores, you only see what you're looking for.
True, yeah.
So like you're like, I need a caulk gun and a screwdriver. Toilet seats don't register.
Exactly.
To you. You know?
And that's why you know a man is at peace going to IKEA, because IKEA is just walking through aisles and allowing the woman to go, ooh. Like you can't go to IKEA and just get what you want unless you come in the back, which I've done that sometimes. I'll come in. You're gonna love this, Sammy. I'll come in the exit and go straight to the discount section. Whatever's broken, return 50% off. That's all I give a fuck about. Anything else from IKEA, either the girl picks it up or you order it online.
Nice. And let's go back because I kind of diverted. You don't trust people who have best friends that are the opposite sex.
Yeah, because that is weird to like hang out, to identify and attach to the opposite sex with, if you have not had sex with that person. I can see you having sex with somebody and it didn't work out, but you're like, yo, you know what? You still cool as shit and we worked out. But you've already explored the natural exploration. But to come in and like to be X'd out sexually, but still hang out, that's weird. To even find out that someone you're not having sex with is cool.
Right. Yeah.
Like, unless there's some sort of weird boundary, but even if there is a boundary, like let's say if your girl is cool as shit, I'm never going to know that because there's no reason for me to hang out with her if we're not having sex. And I'm not trying to fuck her.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so people in the friend zone are dangerous.
Very much so.
They are.
Very,
They're very dangerous.
much so. I trust no dude. Like, I mean, just a turtle dude who's just waiting in the wings. Like, yeah, I'll get it eventually. Like, okay.
Right. And like how much negative emotion and frustration is building up in that person.
Yeah, and it's a beta characteristic, and betas always gather together to kill the alpha. So they are somewhat of a threat.
Right. I mean, I guess people who are sexually frustrated can do very dangerous things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why the people who've got a proper orgasm are at IKEA.
Right.
Way to bring it back full circle.
And that's why there's monogamy is very important for a society to function, because everybody needs... Bullshit. No, it's not bullshit. Everybody needs somebody.
Yeah.
If you got some guy out there with no woman, he's going to be a very dangerous guy. You know what I mean? You think suicide bombers have wives?
I would like to say yeah, and that's why they took the job.
Okay.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get in our first guest, man. I love when the guests start piling in and all that. Dropping in, man. You know, this is one of our guys, man. We love having him on the IG Live version. It's so good to do it in person and build some character. Come on over here, man. Phil Duncan's in the building. You love Phil, man.
I love Phil.
You've
Phil's
always
the best.
loved Phil's opinions. You've always loved Phil's energy. Sit down, man. I always like the fact, too, that you're a black guy with a name Phil. You know what I mean? Like that. I know.
Yeah, my middle name's Gentry, brother. I'm a shit.
Gentry?
I get every interview I go for.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm all right. You know, we maintaining during this storm, man. You know, just finding a way to adapt, you know.
No doubt, man. What's your unpopular opinion this week, man?
Well, my unpopular opinion actually comes from recently because I had to get a 9 to 5 because of this COVID thing. You know, I can't perform like I so I have a 9 to 5, and so I'm an insurance agent again. You know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I'm back in the office. It's been like 6 years probably since I've had an office job.
Ooh.
And there's this in office culture. Potlucks are like a real thing. And let me tell you something. Those are the motherfucking super spreaders. You crazy? Before COVID, I wasn't fucking with potlucks. But now, you gonna bring me a dish?
Right.
You look nasty. I ain't never seen your house.
And like, dude, we haven't watched the way you transport this shit. Like, did you have a mask on the whole time? Like,
fuck a mask, man. Let me tell you. It's not even that. I'm the only person of my ethnicity in my office. And you know, I love everybody, but, you know, different cultures do different things.
Yeah.
I love animals just like the next dude, but white folks tend to treat animals as if they're human. And this is when it gets a little tricky for me, okay? Because I'm not so much worried about dogs. I grew up with dogs. Hell, I had a dog growing up. He was like my little brother. But you ain't never seen me take my ice cream cone, lick it, and hand it to him, and then lick it back.
Right.
I've seen that numerous times. In different communities.
And not even with children. I've seen adults do this.
Yes,
I've seen adults.
Poochie, you want some?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so, but like I said, I don't really be tripping about dogs. Cats, though, are agile motherfuckers. You know, and I know people with ferrets and things that shouldn't really be in households, but they have them. And I'm seeing people on IG stories and things, the cats are laying in the Tupperware, ferrets tasting the meat sauce.
Oh, shit.
And you think you about to bring a dish for me? Man, go to hell. I can't do it.
That is funny, too, man, because people film themselves doing shit with the cats where you be like, did you wash that bowl out afterwards?
Yeah,
You know
I
what
recognize
I mean?
that Tupperware. That's ferret Tupperware.
That's the shit you start bringing up in the next board meeting. Excuse me, I'd like to point out this bitch bought Tupperware that she posted the cat on 2 nights before our fucking potluck.
Literally. I've seen people make, you know, spaghetti sauce. You want to try it? Keep stirring.
Yeah.
You're not going to live a long life acting like that.
I remember I used to see people, I used to work at MetLife also. I don't know who you with?
State Farm.
Okay, I used to work at MetLife and there were women.
Should you be saying that?
What?
I mean, okay.
This isn't about MetLife's like legal practices, but they used to order pizza.
No, like I don't know why, but I don't think that you should be mentioning
I
people.
honestly
used to work for
almost didn't
MetLife.
want to say it, but at the same time, I didn't say anything wrong.
Yeah.
Potlucks ain't shit.
And you know, as soon as this shit is over, fuck that job.
That's what he said. I still need to pay this rent for month.
Oh yeah, exactly. But all right, whatever. We'll cut that part out if you nervous. But shit,
I'm a thug. I don't care. You know I'm straight.
No, I love it. I mean, I just all right.
It's risky.
Yeah.
It's risky.
But no, there were women who used to rip slices of pizza in half to eat half a slice, but it's like you just left the other half in the box. Like you picked up the pizza and then put that down,
Right.
and you thought that was acceptable. You know what I mean? Like people just live different, man.
No, I mean that's a fact, and I don't know, man. Like, and the thing, I think my biggest pet peeve about the whole thing is the defense they use after. Well, a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's. Oh. And I'm like, have you ever seen me eat my own shit? So what are you talking about? It ain't nothing to discuss.
No. And even what's worse with pet people is like sometimes they smell like the pets, like, and then their Tupperware can smell like pets.
Yeah.
Like everything that they touch, their jacket can smell like pets, and it's just in the air. It's a must
Animal
or a
dander.
musk.
Animal dander.
Yeah.
It's just really bad.
And a couple people in my office that they look like they battle with hygiene daily.
Right,
so, you know what I'm saying? It's just like one of them.
Yeah,
things.
dandruff on the shoulders and
Oh
stuff. You don't
my
know what's
God.
getting there.
With all the advances Head and Shoulders has made, I don't understand how we're still
Right.
flaking like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They're just not using it.
They're not. Oh, no, they nasty folks.
And it's, you know what, that one thing about when people get older, that's one of the first things that they start disregarding is dry scalps and just like pet involved things like around like their car will have like hair in it, like from the dog, like everything.
Yeah.
It's just like they just like stop caring.
I always thought that was fascinating. When I was in college, the white guys would just go into the showers with just like a bottle of Old Spice. Like, but there was
rag?
no rag, usually not even soap or anything, and probably not even a towel. Just like some shorts, a rugby, hat, hat on. College guys headed to the shower like this. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, if he's going in with his hat, he's definitely not washing his hair.
Well, you know, Africans is the one who really taught Europeans to bathe with soap and shit. So, you know what I mean? Like the Moors back in that's kind of how. I got a white girlfriend. She don't use a rag, and it bothers me.
Ooh.
It genuinely bothers me.
Have you said something?
She was like, I have my little scrubber. It's been bone dry for a week.
Yeah, that'll make you reevaluate.
Yeah.
I remember somebody.
She don't ever stink, but it's still like it's a culture thing. I'm like, I don't feel like you're getting your dead skin cells off if you ain't scrubbing.
I love that interesting smell of like herbal essence and cigarettes that white girls come to the nightclub with. You know what I'm talking about? The wet shampoo hair, but like I definitely smoked a cigarette in the car on the way over here.
Absolutely.
It's like, you are living your life, girl.
Smoking a cigarette with wet hair is a very funny combination.
Living your best life.
You know, like smoking with dry, because it can kind of like, it like gets off. I guess the smoke gets off, but like when it's wet, it just gets everything. And that's why I guess food too. It gets all stench in. Wet food or food, everything is just in there.
Damn, man. So potlucks, man. So what do you take to the potluck? If you don't mind me asking, what do you buy shit? You buy shit for the potluck?
Paper towels. I'm more of a utensil type of brother. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy it. I got the utensils if you need. Shit, don't worry about me.
Holy shit. I love it, man. Paper towels. Yeah, that's how black folks handle it, man. Real simple. Here's some plastic.
Sealable.
It's sealed.
Chips.
It's sealed.
Oreos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here's a sweet potato pie. Try that out.
I'm surprised people, like everybody's not concerned about like, you know, everything. Like even before the pandemic, like I wouldn't like even like shake people's hands or like open the doors with my full hand. You know what I mean? I'm always like a pinky or something. And I'm not even that like germophobic, but like, you know, they're just not conscious, I guess. Cleanliness conscious is not a big thing. Some people are they're just a mess all the time, and
that's why I said
it's a fascinating that they're even alive.
That's why I said Karens were a necessary evil. We needed it as much as you hated it. The Karens would let you know, hey, you supposed to do it that way.
Right.
They follow the
somebody's got it, because your parents can't get every corner of how to raise you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do need a Karen to say, hey don't do that. It's like, oh, okay, I was never taught that. But, you know, like we talked about earlier, people won't listen. They're going to do whatever they do, and they're never going to change. So,
well, I love it, man. Potluck suck, man. Phil, where can people find you at, man?
You can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, Funny Phil Duck, FUNNYPHILDUCK.
All right, no doubt, man. Thanks for weighing in. Always dope shit, man. All right, head on back. Dude, I always love Phil's opinions, man, because Phil is like, Phil's like me, man. Well-spoken black dude, got a bit of a chip on his shoulder. I think he's seen some shit also. You know what I mean?
Yeah, has a good rhythm to his voice. As soon as he starts talking, it's already funny. You know what I mean? Some people just talk like me. I got no rhythm to my voice, right? That's not great.
Yeah, what's that? You got to earn it in a different way. You got to earn it like, you know, I don't know. Like, because we talked about this before when we were doing the shows at Bar 9. When I used to force you to try to be charismatic.
Yeah, I can't do it. The start of the show, I couldn't do it. Like, introduce yourself.
You were like, what?
Can't we have like a pre-recorded jingle or something beforehand? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, just clips and cutaways and shit like that, you know. I love it. All right. So, you know what else I wanted to run through? Unpopular opinions, man. Let me see what else I got. Who is this? I just got one that came in from Max. Because why can you chop your cock and say you a girl, but I can't catch the Jewish nut and be Jewish?
What?
Stop trying to exclude black people from everything. Huh.
What are you reading? Instagram comments?
Something, yeah, from Azalea Banks. She's saying someone can chop off their cock and say they're a girl, but she can't catch the Jewish nut. Oh, okay.
Sounds pretty graphic.
Yeah, but I think it's that whole concept of like, you're only Jewish if your mom is Jewish, right?
So they say.
Yeah, so she can't catch a Jewish nut and have a Jewish kid, even though he's half Jewish.
Yeah, but that's their culture. So I don't know. In Islam, it's the opposite.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't know that.
And who said that? Azalea Banks?
Azalea Banks, yeah.
Who was that?
Azalea Banks is a rapper from New York who I think she dabbles in some witchcraft and some weird stuff. She supposedly had an affair with Dave Chappelle, and she has like a sex tape that she was threatening to put out there. So Dave just kind of addressed it like, yeah, it's true. Like, it just got right in the way of it on some, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if you have to pay attention to everybody.
You kind of
Wait,
do.
that's the opinion you wanted to do, or you were like killing time and you were like
I was killing time, and then I had a text message from someone showing me that opinion. Like I get that now. I realize we're going to get to a level where people are just going to walk up to us and start saying fucked up things in the street.
I love it
because they're like, I know what you guys want to hear. You know what you need to talk about? Which
yeah. That's the greatest.
Send them in. Call the hotline, 267-225-0334. We want to hear your opinions. I love to play some opinions.
That's great news.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We're getting there, for the people, because I know some people are shy. Some people don't necessarily like to come on.
Or they're ugly and bad on camera. I get it. That's why the internet is for everybody's opinion, but they're not funneled well because...
You know what this is? You know what we've done? We've taken the news segment where the weirdo comes up and says something. That's just the whole show now. It's just like we get people to come in and just like, what I think.
Yeah. But we're trying to get it from people where it's well thought out because a lot of people, they just like on the internet in a public place, they're going to say what they think they should say.
Yeah.
So they're going to be like, so people are going to be like, I'm pro fill in the blank of safe thing that people will just pat me on the back for.
Yeah.
But if you catch them, pull them to the side and be like, and then they really tell you what they think, that's the best.
Yeah. That's what this is all
That's
about,
what the show
man.
is.
And as we get the people to drop in and say what's really on their mind, man. So our next guest who's coming in here, man, you guys are going to love him. Come on over here, man. This is the owner and proprietor of Stand Up New York, Danny Zoldan. How you doing, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good to see you. You're doing the elbow thing, which we all don't know what to do next. The elbow thing,
yeah.
Were you a handshaker before?
You don't do that?
I'm just kind of going with the flow, with whatever,
What do you do?
I'm a black guy. I like to shake. I do firm shakes and hugs and stuff like that.
What is the black guy shake? This thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What
Because
is that called? Does that have a name?
no, it's dap.
What?
Dap. Like I'm dapping you up. DAP.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Called dap?
Yeah, give me dap. Show me love. You know
the
what
other
I mean?
no, I knew DAP, but I didn't know why Dave does it so that he can assess somebody's strength and like what's going on. So in case something goes down, he knows like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Is that just you or like
most men are doing that? It's a sizing you up thing. It's sizing up everybody in the room just to know where. It took me a while when I first came to New York and was doing comedy. The amount of weak left-handed shakes that I was getting in open mic, it was eye-opening because where I come from, that's disrespect.
Yeah.
And it was weird that no one had taught a lot of these young men.
Your closest friends, how do you greet them?
Oh, it's always a good dap, a nice hug, bang them on the back a little bit, shake them around. How's that?
Can we get up?
Go ahead. Yeah, we can get up.
Yeah. I mean, like my closest friends.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. and you know they're okay. Yeah.
Can you do that?
Family, I'll do that with.
Not like good friends.
Good friends, not so much, man. I think there's a level of toxic masculinity with me and my good friends where the straight on hug is only acceptable with family, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Is it gay? Am I
It's
allowed
not
to say
gay.
that?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Unpopular opinions here, No, it's not gay. It's just
You can't say that anymore.
what, gay?
Gay.
We
right?
talked about it earlier here.
Really?
Yeah.
On this show?
Yeah, gay
I
people.
want to bring it back.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking
How do you
for.
feel? Like, how do you feel about you? We should be, because gay means happy, which gay dudes pretty much are very happy.
I'm very pro-gay. I love gay people.
Yeah. I remember, this was always funny. I always thought about this with your club was funny when you guys started putting the gay flags up for Gay Pride Month.
That was John. That wasn't my idea.
Because I remember the first year that I saw it, and I was like...
But John kept it up like all year. Like
I think
it's still there now.
But I always thought it was funny because I remember the first day I saw it, I'm like, you guys didn't do this for Black History Month. Like, you know what I mean? And it was...
Do you have a flag?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the red, black, and green
like,
American flag.
that?
Something like this, just a
You
sign.
need a better sign.
Yeah, we're working on it, piecing it all together. So what's your unpopular opinion this week, Donnie?
This week, I mean, I think my unpopular opinion for the past few months has been just open the clubs.
Yeah.
You know,
I saw they just opened movie theaters before.
Let's just open.
Yeah.
You couldn't really say that like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Because like we were getting criticized for doing even outdoor shows, like in parks.
Yeah.
People thought that was irresponsible.
How
Which I don't think it was, but I think we're at the point. Everything around us is opening. Pool halls, bowling alleys, movie theaters, bars, restaurants, indoor family entertainment centers. At this point,
parks,
I think Cuomo's either like fucking with us, or he used to be a comic.
It's funny.
That's like my number one theory right now.
He hates comedy.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the rumor.
Start the rumor that he used to be a comic? Yeah. Is
he
there
used to be a
any
comic.
way anyone can doctor up any footage and superimpose his head on stage at Stand Up New York?
Yeah.
You know what? We should just make a sketch where somebody plays Cuomo and does stand-up comedy and like gets booed off stage or something like that.
Well, you'll see. We're releasing an animation of Cuomo. Did you see the animation we released a few weeks ago of Cuomo? At his press conference?
No.
It's awesome.
Where can it be found?
It's on our Instagram.
On Instagram?
But we have a new
Stand Up NY?
animation
Okay.
that it's already made. We're going to release it next week when we announce that we're suing him to reopen.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's him giving his press conference, announcing New York Pops Up, his pop-up shows with only the best comedians, only the top comedians, only the top.
Wow. And that's all
No
he's
one else.
allowing. Yeah.
and then like I'm animated and James and Gabe is animated.
Yeah.
And then Cuomo's like poking us.
Jesus.
Like, as he's announcing.
That ought to be great,
pop-up
man. So
shows.
check that out on the Instagram page at Stand Up NY, right? That's Stand Up.
At Stand Up NY.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean that's my unpopular opinion,
Yeah, that we should just open. I mean,
I'm actually surprised though how much support we're getting. Whenever we post open the clubs like on Instagram, like 99% of the feedback is positive. Whereas like 3 months ago, it mostly would have been negative.
Yeah, what do you think that is? Because even the people that gave negative feedback with it, do you think they really meant it? Or they were just kind of caught up in the moment? Do you think even their views have changed after another 6 months where they're like, yeah, come on, open up?
Both. I think now, I feel like we're sort of, I don't want to say controlling the narrative, but like, I think we're planting it in people's brains, like the hypocrisy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's going on. And, we keep like announcing on our Instagram, like movie theaters are open, and indoor entertainment. And, someone commented on when was it? Today
morning.
we posted that movie theaters will open at 25% capacity. And then someone commented that he just follows that account just to see like what else is open besides comedy clubs.
Right, yeah. It's like at this point, I just want to see like what else can they open before they open up comedy clubs. What about churches? Are churches open again?
Did you see the rave article we posted?
Yes, I did see that.
I doctored that myself. It took me like an hour. It was an article from like Deadline.
Yeah.
Like announcing like theaters are open.
Yeah.
But I just changed the headline that Cuomo announces raves will be open.
I love it. Jesus Christ.
Half the people thought it was real. Like, fuck Cuomo.
So you're taking
enough.
the whole Tekashi 6ix9ine route, huh? Controlling the narrative and getting everybody all riled up.
Are karaoke bars open?
Ooh, I don't know.
I wonder if
music venues.
I wonder if it's as simple as like they're thinking like talking and laughing, like stuff coming out of your mouth and into the air.
There's no way that they're that logical behind it.
He did stand up.
Yeah,
Cuomo did stand up.
Cuomo did stand up.
Yeah,
I like it.
We're looking for video.
Yeah, that is probably the most unique unpopular opinion we've ever had,
Really?
and there might be some truth to it.
Yeah,
explore.
I'm floating
Cuomo did stand up.
conspiracy theories now.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it was weird that a lot of people have been angry at stand-up for the last few years. Are they all failed stand-up comedians? Like, just like the amount of people like critiquing comedy, you're like, why do you care so much?
I'm gonna post tonight that conspiracy theory.
I'm ready. I'll retweet the shit.
I'm gonna post that. We have word that Cuomo did stand up. When he was in college and he failed.
Now, devil's advocate, because of how charming and charismatic comics are, sometimes comics can say things where they're fucking around, but the audience is like, huh. I mean, that's my whole thing. Look at it this way, so you might could they also just be worried that comics might reveal how stupid the whole thing was? Like that's the last, because movies is kind of a mindless entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, music is kind of a mindless. Raves are definitely mindless. You know what I mean? Going to restaurants, mindless. But comedy, every now and again, somebody gets on there and says some shit that people are like, we might need to look into that.
I mean, it's a good point, but I don't know. Everyone I've spoken to, like, doesn't get the logic behind comedy clubs being closed. I did a podcast with a judge, a radio show last night with the judge, and he was saying, like, he doesn't get it. Like, if he was, like, ruling on the case, like, he would let clubs open.
Do you think it'd be good publicity just to do it and then get it shut down and have, like, the...
You can get your liquor license taken away.
Yeah. So there's, like, big consequences.
I heard that, like, restaurants, bars, or clubs that defy the order, like the SLA, the State Liquor Authority, will pay extra attention to that venue.
Which is interesting to even get them on board, to have them in your pocket. And that's the scary thing.
Yeah,
when
they
you
have
start
Cuomo's back.
Yeah, when you got people that are willing to jeopardize the integrity of what their career is because someone's on a power trip, and that is totally okay. That's a reckless wielding of power there, man.
I think most of it has to do with money.
Yeah.
Look at airlines. I mean, they can fly at full capacity.
Yeah.
You know, I flew last month. Like, every seat was taken, elbow to elbow. Why? I mean, because they have a very powerful lobby.
Yeah.
And they're allowed to do whatever they want.
I did that once.
Maybe movie theaters also. Comedy clubs have no lobby.
No?
Yeah, I flew once where they just checked my temperature and then jammed us all in the plane. But
they didn't check my temperature. I flew 4 times last month, not once.
Jeez.
They check your temperature?
That was only one airline. I flew United out, no temperatures checked. I flew Frontier from Phoenix to LA, and maybe because there was a shorter flight.
Frontier.
Yeah.
That's an unpopular opinion.
The Dodge Neon of the sky.
I would never fly Frontier.
I needed to get from Arizona to California. It's a short flight. So.
Risky.
What's wrong with I don't even know that there's a real difference between airlines. It depends on how old the plane is. That's all I care about. Like, if it's an old plane and there's still padded seats.
Yeah.
Like, I never understood why seats had to be like this thick, and now if they got the nice, like, thin plastic seats. That's all I care about. But I don't know. What's
Spirit?
What's
you
up?
Fly Spirit?
Yeah. I mean, what do you look for in a flight, though? I'm just looking for no stops.
I guess they're
straight shot.
I think Spirit crashed. Yeah, they were. Do you remember ValueJet?
Yeah.
So they rebranded Spirit.
Okay. Yeah,
you gotta
that makes
rebrand
sense.
after you crash.
That's what. Well, see, all right.
Unless you're like.
Donnie. I'm from the hood.
Yeah.
So, like, in the hood, it's not uncommon for, like, someone to get shot in a bar and they just close it and change the name and open it back up.
Yeah.
Like, 2 days later, it's a different name. So it's just like, we're okay with, like, rebranding and covering it up.
Yeah.
We don't expect much. So, nah, but I do thank you for weighing in with your unpopular opinion this week. Where can people find you at, man? Anything you want to promote?
Instagram at my full name, DANIZOLDAN. Twitter, DZoldan. Facebook.
No doubt, man.
LinkedIn.
Okay. Well, appreciate you weighing in.
LinkedIn.
Thanks for stopping by.
Am I the first person to plug LinkedIn? I think
Probably,
yeah. I think I'm
Probably,
do that from now
yeah.
on. I think, like, in the future, that's the first thing I'll plug. You find me on LinkedIn.
My LinkedIn, my MySpace, my what other social networking play? Oh, you don't know. You know.
I don't do
All right, man.
All right, man. Thanks for weighing in, man. Appreciate you coming by, man. Yeah, of course. I appreciate it, man. I'd rather. Yeah,
So
I want to feel.
Let me ask you this.
What's up?
So then, because I don't do any of those things, what's the full perception of me, or what's your judgment on me?
Standoffish, but I've known you for a long time, so I totally get it. Like, I know you, so I would never worry about, like, you're solid. I know you're solid. As a matter of fact, it's fascinating. I don't think I've ever touched you. I think I may have shaken your hand 3 or 4 times in the first few times getting to know each other, you know what I mean? And that was it. But after that, yeah, like, even now when I see you, it just give you a little little bump, you know.
If shit goes down, Dave, I will choke people out.
Oh yeah, I already know that. So yeah, we're good to go.
That's all that matters. When the shoe drops, I'm ready to, you know.
No doubt. All right, well, that's all we got time for this week, people. All right, this has been Unpopular Opinions. Look, drop yours in the hotline. The number again is 267-225-0334. Again, 267-225-0334. Join us in the Discord and subscribe. And throw some gibberish in the comments just so that we know you're there. You know what I mean? All right. Conrad, anything else you want to say before we say bye?
No, but I think I want a Walter Cronkite type ending, like an old newsroom. Like, I don't know what they do, but I'm going to start doing that. And that was the something. My name is Conrad Roth, and that was the something. I'll figure it out.
We'll be back next week with Cisco. Cisco couldn't make it this week. He had something come up. But we love you, Cisco, the T-Rex from the BX. Shout out to our intern, Gay Blind Mike, producer, Sammy. All right. Thank you, guys. Good night.